The Springfield M1 Garand is a self-loading rifle first fielded by the U.S. military in the 1930s and passed on to many other nations. It's one of the most iconic U.S. firearms of World War II and the early Cold War, and it was produced in vast numbers. Although it was certainly not the first self-loading rifle ever fielded, there is little doubt that the M1 Garand was the weapon most responsible for validating that concept in operational service. The rifle is considered one of the finest ever produced by American armories. General George S. Patton famously stated that, "In my opinion, the M1 Garand is the greatest battle implement ever devised." The M1 Garand is a full-blown combat rifle with maximum range of 3,499.5 yards, or 3,200 meters, and a maximum effective range of 499.7 yards, or 457 meters. It was designed for semi-automatic fire using a spring steel clip containing 8 rounds. This is where the term clip originated. The M1 weighed in at 19.5 pounds, or 4.31 kilograms, to 11.6 pounds, or 5.3 kilograms. It came into production in 1936 using the .30-06 rifle cartridge. The M1 Garand is not to be confused with the M1 carbine, though it complemented the Garand in service, or the Johnson M1 rifle, which was a competitor of the M1 Garand. That both firearms use the same stock number and their very different chamberings are both usually described only as .30 caliber had only added to the confusion over time. History. In 1988, an American named Hiram Maxim invented the machine gun, a wonder of the age, a gun that used the powder of the bullet to extract and eject the empty brass casing, feed another bullet into the chamber, recock the hammer, and fire again as long as there was ammunition. All over the world, arms designers scrambled to adopt the auto-loading principle to rifles and pistols. Because of the low power of its small bullet, the pistol was relatively easy, and semi-automatic handguns began to appear 5 years later. The rifle, however, was much more difficult. Because the power of the cartridge was so strong, it usually broke the rifle after only a few shots. World War I taught the Army the value of heavy firepower, and as soon as the war ended in 1918, U.S. Ordnance began to search aggressively for an auto-loading infantry rifle. Over the next 10 years, many inventors submitted designs for testing, but none proved acceptable. If they could stand up to the punishment, they were too heavy, and if they were light enough to be portable, then they had to be in small caliber. One of the more promising designs was submitted by a young, Canadian-born inventor named John Cantius Garand. He was quickly employed by the main U.S. arms factory, Springfield Armory in Massachusetts, to develop his design further. His new rifle derived the power to operate by tapping off the propellant gases of the fired bullet and using it to cycle the rifle. This design eventually beat out all the competition and was adopted as the standard U.S. infantry rifle in 1936. 5.4 million were made over its production run, according to Olive Drab, of which 3.1 million were created by World War II's end, the National Park Service noted. The rifle saw use in 3 American wars – World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. In fact, the rifle still manages to turn up in conflicts all around the world today. Variants. M1924 Garand. Forerunner for the M1 Garand, which went through many design alterations before being accepted by the U.S. Army as the M1 Garand, did not enter production or service. M1 Garand. Basic production model. The proportions differed slightly with each manufacturer, and 1930s models had tubes with gas traps, while all produced since then have gas blocks. T26. Shorter version of the M1 Garand with a 457mm 18-inch barrel, as it was intended primarily for use by armored vehicle crews. It was informally called the Tanker Garand. It did not enter production, but some of the prototypes saw combat during the Battle of the Philippines in 1941 to 1942. M1C. Sniper rifle variant of the M1 Garand with provisions for mounting an M84 telescopic sight. The M1C is one of the rarest production variants, with 7,971 produced in the 1940s and a further 4,796 during the Korean War. M1D. This is basically an improved M1C with a flash hider and a new scope mount. M1D program was initiated after World War II, but its development was long, and few had been issued in time to see much combat in the Korean War. Just 21 380 M1Ds were produced, making it a coveted collector's item today. MC-52, shorthand for USMC 1952 Sniper's Rifle. This was an even further development of the M1 Garand into a sniper rifle. Its tenure with the U.S. military was very brief, having arrived too late to see any notable action in the Korean War and being quickly supplanted in the early 1960s by bolt-action rifles. Type 4. Japanese self-loading rifle based on the design of the M1 Garand. It was rechambered in 7.7 by 58mm Arisaka and held a larger 10-round fixed magazine. Interestingly, this magazine had to be charged with stripper clips rather than end-block clips, and only 5-round clips were provided for this purpose. Only a few hundred were completed by the end of World War II, and the Type 4 never saw operational service. T47, the last in a series of development of the M1 Garand in an attempt to evolve it into an assault rifle. The T47 was a selective fire weapon chambered in 7.62 by 54mm NATO. Note that the T47 was the first firearm ever to fire this round, with a rate of fire of 700 RPM and a detachable 20-round box magazine. It was selected to replace the M1 Garand, and after further development became the M14. M14. Also developed by Springfield Armory, the M14 was the successor to the M1 and was an evolution of the aforementioned M1 variant. This weapon was basically the ultimate evolution of the M1 Garand. The M14 rifle replaced the M1 as the U.S. Army's standard service rifle in 1957. Beretta BM-59. Developed in Italy, the BM-59 is a direct conversion of the M1 Garand pattern into a selective fire assault rifle. It resembles the M14 and is also chambered in 7.62 by 51mm NATO and fed by a 20-round detachable box magazine. The BM-59 was surprisingly successful in service, being used by Italy for several decades, exported to several other nations, and even produced under license in Indonesia as the SP-1. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching till the end, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.